Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to the Two Became One podcast. I'm your host, Destiny Williams.
And I'm your co-host, Cortez Williams.
So, welcome back to our watchers, our listeners. So this is officially the last video that we posted was still season 1. So this is officially season 2 of the Two Became One. Woo! So yeah, we still pushing. We're working on getting these videos out consistently.
Yes.
Um, it's been a little hard, but we're gonna make it happen in Jesus' name.
In
So
Jesus' name.
yeah, that's my intro.
That's all.
That's all because normally he probably gonna be like just too much information, but normally we don't really come up with any topics for our podcast. We talked about doing topics before. Well, I brought it up, but he was.
If you got topics, no,
Well, no, but I understand where Cortez is coming from because he and I like that too. But then it'd be sometimes where we come on like we don't know what we're gonna talk about, but the Lord like kind of directs it, and then it's like, oh, that's a topic, and we just start talking about it.
But I also feel like you're like the host, so you should have the topic, and I'm your co-host.
So we not in this
We
together.
no, we are in it together. But what I'm saying is, if you watch like
We're both hosts.
I know, but if you see like other podcasts, it's always like one who has all the information down packed, and then you have a wild one. I think in this situation, I'm the wild one. You're more of the tamed animal,
Animal.
Just messing. But like for example, like you always more prepared when it comes to everything, like even in life. You know what I'm saying? And she's the one who makes sure like if we go out of town maybe have a schedule or make sure things are just done a certain way. Me, like
I'm more. I'm
if
not.
if
I'm
the
not.
wave if the wave or the wind blow, you might see me like this today, you might see me like that today. I'm just the kind of roll with the flow type of brother. But that's why we became one, because
Mhm.
what you bring to the table and what I bring to the table, we went from sitting at tables to now we're at a booth together.
Babe, what was that?
I'm saying you.
I get what you're saying, but the way you just tried to clean that up.
Yeah.
Because no, I understand what you're saying. But I'm not that type of person. This kind of time, but I'm not that type of like vacation person. Like I have something for
No,
9 o'clock, 10
I
o'clock.
didn't say you are that type of person, but you
I'm not
do
like I feel
like
like
for
I go with
example.
the flow.
No, not really.
Yes, I
No,
do.
because
But
like
on
for example, when
I
we go
do.
places,
Okay, we
guess what?
screaming over each other.
You didn't looked up restaurants to eat at.
Okay.
You didn't looked up things we should do. You like I remember when I just went to Japan. She's like, make sure you don't do this. Make sure you do this. Don't do that. That's disrespectful to their culture. These are some of the 3 places that you should try to eat if you're able to go to. Go try to visit this place. Go try to visit that place. That's what you do. Me, I go to Japan. Don't know no Japanese. Don't know nothing. I'm just out there.
Yeah.
Listen, shout out to technology, because if it wasn't for technology, dear Lord, I'd have been lost in the South because I wouldn't know where to get to.
Yeah.
Um, I wouldn't have been able to, communicate with other
I
people.
guess
So
I guess what it is for me is I just like I
being
don't think
prepared.
I don't know if that's so much
Yes, no,
prepared.
that is
I like doing research. Well, I guess yeah.
being prepared. Like
I like doing I like looking up things. I like searching for things. I like getting information on certain
yeah,
places.
like even you and mom
Different
are
things.
still two different, right? Like mom is still more of a type of flow person, even though she does like she'll look up something, but mom is not gonna be like, oh, we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to do this.
But then I know we talking about like kind
Yeah,
of two different things, but it's all kind of tying in
yeah,
together. But then even on those vacations, sometimes like we don't do any of those things. Like I'm saying, we kind of just like go with, for example, for our honeymoon,
yeah.
like we really just ate and chilled. Like that was just what, and it could have been like I could have been like, no, we got to go here, we got to go there, which
No,
we did go to some place that I
yeah,
wanted to go
but
to.
I didn't say that was.
I was, but I'm not
Yeah,
just talking about for vacation
yeah,
sense. But I'm saying sometimes I just look up and research things, not because I want to be prepared for something, but I guess just to know.
yes.
Is that? Well,
No, then you just
am I contradicting myself?
yes. Um, I'm not knocking what you're doing.
Uh huh.
I'm just saying that at the end of the day, um, it is different. You like to be prepared. You like to like before. My wife used to Google everything,
Oh yeah,
literally.
the Lord delivered me from that. I feel like I kind of been trying to get back out of that habit because it's easy to go back to that
Yeah,
habit.
and one thing I say about my wife is, I always joke with her. I say she be having the rabbit hole effect. Um,
Not anymore.
no, you're doing better,
It
but
used to like cripple me for
yes, like
days, but
when anything happen, whether it's like good or bad, she'll just if it's one thing like a minor incident, she'll turn that minor incident to a big incident because like she's like, oh,
what if, what
what
if,
if
what if,
this,
what
what
if,
if,
what if? And that's why I said the Lord really delivered me from that. And it just
Mm,
happened suddenly because remember it used to like
yeah,
I would just be in torment for like the enemy would torment me for
yeah, she was
days,
about to
like
be what
just
if singled.
boy. I mean, man, I
Yeah,
gotta stop saying it.
yes.
But no, it was bad. It was bad, especially because
But
I didn't even.
but I'm saying it's like it's pros to what you do though. Like you can't always look at it as a bad way. Like for example, when they might be coming down on like reading the Bible or different things like that, or hearing a sermon. Like my wife, she takes notes. She's great at note taking. Like she has the different colors. She has all of that. Like me, like I process a lot of stuff in my brain, like without having to write a lot of stuff down. I know a lot of people say if you write something down, like you remember it better, but it's not like I can read, I can write, and different things like that. But words just once I see it's a lot of words, it just get me tired.
So okay, babe.
No, I'm saying like
So when
if like for example, if I'm listening to a sermon, like I'm locked in here with them, right? It's one thing to read the scripture, but when I start taking notes, I get lost somewhere else. So I just focus, and I had to learn this at a young age because like when I'm telling you, like my mind wonders and like I start thinking about everything in my life that I got going on. Well, if I got something to do here, if I got something to do there, if I'm doing this or doing that. But if I'm looking at the preacher, just locked in on him, I'm just hearing what he's saying, and I'm just right here in that moment.
and you remember it all.
I don't remember 100%, but I paraphrase it. Like I take mental notes and I put it in my notes. Like,
No, you are good at like once you're like somebody tells you something or that you learn something, you remember it because like you even be bringing up stuff that you learned in like elementary. And if somebody was to ask me like I don't know.
yeah,
But I'm just saying, like, you are
yeah,
good with that. But I know it is. Everybody's different. Everybody learns different.
but
Everybody processes information differently.
yeah.
But I was gonna ask you. So, like, because you brought up studying the word. So, like, what is that? So, for studying the word for you is just reading it.
Like reading it and well, my best, my okay. If I'm studying by myself for like when we be on the road, this what I do. Like when we be probably like at the hotel, um, probably like the day before the event or you know what I'm saying the morning before, I just get up and read it like to everybody. So like me reading it out loud, it's like
It helps you
I'm reading
process
to
it.
myself, like, and then I'm like hearing what I'm saying. So I'm not, I'm gonna be honest, like just reading silently. Oh, we like Lord, the
Your
Lord be
mind
having to.
just be. But it is. I've heard it's better to like read it out loud.
Mm,
Cause when you like sometimes when you read it silently,
mm,
like you can just be in your head too
yeah,
much and your thoughts are just going like a mile a minute. You
yeah,
just like, oh well, hold on, don't I gotta go to the post office today or something
yeah,
like that? Like your mind's just
yeah.
everywhere.
So yeah, reading has not been like one of those subjects I used to love in school. So I really have to find other ways. Like audio is very good for me. Oh, listen, I'm the best when it comes to like videos. If you listen, if they can just enact the whole Bible, I can just keep watching the Bible and pick up something new every time. Like I'm a great visual learner.
Yeah.
But you know
But I think the enemy also used that like
that
where like
dude,
when you don't, cause you know what they
yeah,
be saying. Oh, the best melatonin. Well, I've heard somebody say it's the best melatonin in the
the
world is
Bible.
the Bible.
No,
But that's the enemy. Like the enemy, I feel like when you when you
babe,
trying to read the word.
can I tell you something?
No, babe.
Let me tell you
No,
something.
don't tell me nothing.
No, I'm for real.
What is it? Hold on. Whisper it in my ear.
No, no,
No,
no, I'm for real. When I be trying to put Courtney to sleep, I just turn on the Bible.
oh, actually, okay. I understand that. Cause I put on, I put on Psalms
Yeah.
every night, like when I go to sleep. I just have it playing, and I don't. I think it's just for me, just so the word is playing in me as I'm sleeping, cause it be a battle. I mean, we be battling in our
Mm.
sleep, and we don't even know it. But um, what was I about to say? But I put it on. I don't know if it helps me fall asleep better, but it can. It can. I don't know what it is.
I,
I personally, my opinion, I feel like it's the enemy that like
yeah.
with I'm saying
Mm.
with certain, for example, I think it's the enemy when you've like been like, let's say you've been busy all day, you've been doing stuff, and
Yeah.
then it's time to get in the word. That's why a lot of people say it's better to do it in the morning,
Yeah.
like the first thing, first time in the morning, so that
No, yeah, you get a good
but
day.
like when you start in the morning.
A workout and then listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I had like one of my best mornings ever. We was in Seattle Friday morning, cause then I think we was behind on hours a little bit. So it's like what 2 hours behind. So it was like maybe it was like 6 o'clock here. We woke up at 4 out there. We went to the gym, worked out. We went. I'm talking about had a whole Bible study,
Mhm.
like a 45-minute Bible study, maybe even an hour and 15, because we was talking about it after. It wasn't even. It's 6 o'clock. Breakfast just open. Go get a good breakfast. Hey, guess what we did after that? Came back and took a nap. That was just
But
to
like, no, for real though, you do feel, and
have.
it's funny because it's like I feel like we know these things, but then like when we start our day off like the wrong
Yeah.
way, then it's like, well, why am I this, or why it's like, why when this happened I reacted a different way, or like just things be for me, things be feeling off,
Mm,
especially when you don't start off with spending time with the Lord early in the morning.
hmm
And for me, it's I'm kind of in a different season right now because I've been having to find new ways to do it because I am a mom and sometimes I wake up a little later than or like I wake up right when Courtney wakes up. Sometimes she wakes up at 5, sometimes she wake up at 6,
mm.
sometimes she wake up at 7. And then one part I feel like the Lord was pulling me to wake up at like 4:30, and I was, then I would go back to sleep. Like, cause I'm like 4:30, like it's crazy. Like Courtney about to be up in a hot
And,
minute,
and
and
she
so I was
and
like,
she is.
and so it was kind of hard. It was
Yeah.
harder. It's I'm in a different season where I'm trying to find new ways. That it don't always have to look like a certain thing. Like it don't
Yeah.
always have to be you go into this room and you're just, because that's not reality for a lot of people where they can't just go into a room and just be for like an hour,
Mm,
1 to 2 hours or something. What I'm saying for me, so the Lord's been showing me there's ways that you can spend time with me
mm.
throughout the day. It's just you have to make the effort to
Yeah.
do so. And so it's
So,
definitely I'm definitely in a different season. But it was something I was saying though, babe, about, oh, how the enemy oh, I haven't even been talking into the mic. How the enemy will like when it's just been one of those days like
yeah.
where you weren't able to get to it in the morning, or you weren't able to get through it throughout the day or something, or just actually sitting down and having quiet time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like when you open the word, especially if you already had a long day, that's when I feel like the enemy, like that spirit of what's that spirit? of
So,
slumber, sleep. I don't
yeah.
know. Just come over you. You be like, all right, Lord. Or you try to, or like I know I've tried to lay down and pray, and that didn't work out.
You prayed into the morning, honey.
But I mean, I feel like the enemy can use it in that certain way. But um, it was something we were saying because we said that.
Well, we was talking about the.
Oh my gosh, we was talking about the word.
Oh, like the word can like help people.
No, that wasn't it. But it's okay. I really can't remember what I was talking about.
Oh, we saying you're organizing how we learn. That's what we was talking about. Because like I said, first we was talking about like
Oh,
you're an
I know what you're
organized
talking
person,
about.
yeah, and
See, this be our problem. Okay, so we were studying. I mean, your way of studying looks different than my way of studying. But I think I don't know. It's just funny to me because I see you that you never use like I see you read, but you never use like what I use to study. Because for me, I'm a type of person I like to look up the origin of words. I like to know where that word came from because I can get a better understanding of it in the Greek or in the Hebrew version, and then I'm
yeah,
like, oh, that's what like it just helps break down things like a lot for me,
yeah.
and
I'm not a breakdown type of.
like addiction. But I mean, maybe the Lord can
Maybe I just what.
the Lord I feel like the Lord can give revelation without all those things
But
also.
also
But
I could
while
maybe
we have these resources and tools
maybe I
now,
need to try it out how my wife do it. Maybe I'll just go do a Bible study with her, like in her Bible study, like
the
how
way
she
I do it,
the way she does
because
it.
we have done before like where we read together and like we just read,
And
but
then break it
but
up. But
yeah, and then talk about it afterwards.
because
We
when
t-
I look at your Bible, like
Look, babe, hold on. Oh, sorry, Jalea.
yeah,
I was
she
teaching
said
that
you writing
class.
in the
No,
Bible.
Jalea. Yeah, she said you colored your Bible. I was like, I didn't color it, baby. This is highlighting.
Yeah, because like I'm not like when I look if I just say if I pick up her Bible and like look through it, you know what I'm saying? If I'm looking for a scripture or something, I ain't gonna lie to you. I be like, she got is like yellow, green, pink, blue, right in here, right in there. If I was to just like try to read through her Bible, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'd be lost. Like I'd
Just
be
off the highlighting, babe.
no like the highlighting and some of the writing, I'd be like wanna, well, why she put this over here? Well, why she highlight this part? And then I'll just be like, all right, I'm gonna just be stuck right here. Or like I might be reading this part, but then I see like pink highlighted down there, and I might jump straight to the highlight instead of read.
But then a lot of that stuff too, like from the Bibles you probably talking about, that's like when I first started like my walk with Christ. And so I just went a little highlighter crazy. And I was just like, everything needs to be highlighted.
Like
And
and,
so
and then
that's
and, then- and then she don't just highlight like it's not one word. It's like paragraphs.
that's what I'm saying. That like
So it's like a paragraph up
I
here
was like, this is
and then a
all this
paragraph right down there, and I'm like,
I was like, this is all important, so it all
yeah,
needs to be
you
highlighted.
should just
But,
highlight the whole Bible.
but I'm saying I did go through but now I feel like the even when I am able to have quiet time or like wake up early
Yeah,
before Courtney,
yeah,
I'm trying to get in the place of just reading the word for it like without like going to look at another resource or going to look up what and just reading it and really trying to digest it.
yeah,
And then I have like other stuff that I'm studying, like a book that I'm
yeah,
studying. Like right now I'm in the book of Romans because we teaching the
yeah,
kids that. But I'm just trying to like read through the Bible like when I do wake up in the morning to read and just read it and not try to do anything and just like
you see what God made him.
just
Mm,
be in the word and
mm,
not try to, you know. And then later down, I study it, but then
yeah,
in those mornings, in those quiet times, just trying to read the word and trying to let God reveal to me what He wants me to see. And so it can be some benefits. It's benefits to just reading the word, and it's benefits to reading and studying the
yeah,
word. And
yeah, cause
does that make sense?
No, I hear you.
Cause like, well, not just reading or, but really reading it and trying to get an
Mhm.
understanding.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I can read something and then I'm like, dang, I gotta reread the chapter. Cause what did I just read?
Listen. My mom made me go back to school last month and
Last month. Oh,
or
you
last
talking about
year.
for whatchamacallit?
Yes, I went back to
That was,
school.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a little like, especially like where we're at now as
Mm.
parents, and then
Listen,
I was like, yeah,
to all
that was
my
rough.
teachers, I know I was a great student. But the only reason why I was a great student is so I can get done with y'all class and get on. I tell people this and I be honest. I'm an honest person. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna tell you no stories. I used to study for the test. When I'm telling you, once I picked up that pencil or dropped the pencil down and gave that paper to the teacher, everything that I learned in for that moment, I don't know where it went. It was like I took it to the sea of forgetfulness. I was not playing. I learned something for the day, and I was a great studier.
Mm.
Like they be like, "Oh, you ready for that test in fourth period? It's we going to third period right now." I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, we got the test today." All right, let me see some notes.
Not you don't even got notes. You got to use somebody else's notes.
Yeah, if I forgot,
And what if they notes was wrong?
then it was just well. See, that's what that's when who you are comes into play, right?
You asked the right people.
You ask the right people. See, when I was in high
You talk
school
to everybody.
and in college,
I'm
I
saying
didn't.
like that
Yeah,
like you got to know everybody in the class.
yes, I wasn't
Yeah.
just cool with the people who played sports or the people who did music. I was cool with the smart kids too. Like in class, even though I was an athlete, I never really like sat by like
Other.
athletes like that. If it was an athlete here, there was a smart person there. Like I remember in high school when I was in Kingwood, this like my was that junior or senior year? What what was chemistry? Junior or senior year?
Chemistry for
It
me
was
was
like AP
like,
Chem.
that was like 10th, 11th grade.
Yeah, so it
Somewhere
probably
around
our
there.
junior year. AP Chem. Guess who I sat by?
I don't know.
This uh the valedictorian. He sat on
Oh.
my left side. I sat on his right. Listen, by the time class get over with, I just maybe copy his note.
Oh my gosh. I thought you was about to say you copy something else.
No, I'm just saying I copy his notes and I study from because like I knew he knew what to learn.
Right.
I didn't know what to learn from him, what was going on. Like he figured out he's smart. I'm smart too, but he was just book smart in a better way than I was.
Mhm.
Sometimes during lectures, like I just, kind of,
Zona.
yeah, I used to sleep in school and stuff. That was bad, but shout out to all my classmates who didn't mind giving me notes, you know what I'm saying, to let your boy study for a period or two. And I used to come in there, listen, like certain classes, like
Uh-huh.
an English class, first off, mama, you was wrong to put me in that pre-AP English my freshman year. They wanted us to read like 70 pages a night. I said, Lord be with me. But I made it through. Uh, but yeah, so I had people who helped me out. I was able to do some cram studying, English, maybe Chem and all of those. If I get about a B, oh, I was good. Now math, I was cool at that. I knocked that out by myself.
Yeah, I know you good at
Yeah,
math.
I even got in trouble in math because I ain't do my
You
right
didn't
out my
show your
work.
work.
But besides the point I'm getting to is you got to build a good community. You got to build a good team.
You
What
gotta
your team or your community look like is what you make it.
you gotta network correctly.
You got to network. And even when it comes back to like our walk with Christ, you got to network. You got to have those right people in place to let you know, like, hey, you slipping. This is the right answer.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might not know the answer. And guess what? Some of these people you can call on so they can guide you to where to find the right answer is if they might not know
Well,
as
you
well.
better tie it in.
So that's for me. I really, now that I think about it, like I really got a good support system. Like I really got some strong people. Like my wife was the one who I used to give support to. Now she the one. Now she the one who give me support. She's like, the best thing ever. Then I got wifey. Then I got my mom. I got school. I got my dad. Like between those four people, I'm good. I listen. My wifey talks me out of a
Don't
lot of
don't
stuff.
don't mess around and forget somebody.
No, and no. It's
No. I know, but I'm just playing. It's
I
fine. It's
talk to a
fine.
lot of people, but um,
Not you thinking about it.
no.
I was just playing, babe. I'm sorry.
So um, but yeah. So with having a good community, I'm able to work through some of the things that go on in my life. Try to make the right decisions. Or they just help me out with like regular life stuff. They just there for me. And shout out to them. Shout out to the people who helped me through high school, college,
Not you doing the whole.
everybody. Even life to now. So shout out to everybody who always helped me out. So much love to you guys.
Yeah. Where did you leave off at?
Huh?
I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was the complete opposite in school. I was just not complete opposite. I'm not gonna say that because
Mm.
then that make it sound like I was like a straight A student.
Yeah.
But no, I did enough to get by. I did enough to be able to play sports, and that was that. And but you finished with a way higher GPA than I did. For you to feel like you was like you slept most of high school.
In high school, what was my GPA in high school?
It was like
Uh,
close to a 4.
4.3.
It was a 4.3.
Yeah.
Y'all want to hear mine? You, I told you, babe.
Well,
You want to guess it?
did you take all level classes? Or
I
you
took
took
a
AP?
few. I took a couple AP classes.
So you probably
A
had like
few. Like I took like AP
you probably had a
Englishes.
3.5.
Oh, you have such faith in me.
A 3.0 or 2.8.
Dang, babe. It was a 3.2.
3.2.
So
That's not bad.
I was like a B average student. But and
Like
then I even in college I even finished with 3.2. But go ahead, babe. Tell them what you finished with in college.
well, I finished with college.
Just tell them how you finished.
Oh, you tell.
You tell them.
You tell.
I don't like saying it.
Well,
I say it weird.
what?
Cool.
Oh. What is it? How is it called? Is
Cum laude. Yeah, that's what it's called. Cool.
Magnum cum laude.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I did all right.
See, he did like I was just and I was just we was just talking about this. How the one thing that we want to instill in Courtney is to do everything to the best of her ability while she can. Because I don't want her to be like a woulda, coulda, shoulda person. Like I shoulda did this, shoulda did that. When you can just do everything to your best ability now, and you won't have any regrets. You know what I mean? Well, I'm
Mm.
saying for me, because with school, I'm like, I did enough to get by, and I still was a B average student. So imagine if I would have actually like applied pressure, if I would have actually like gave it my all, and like, because here's the thing, I don't. Oh, why I did that? When I was in elementary, I was like, I love school. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
I
think.
love school like so much. I'm not gonna say I loved it so much. I really loved reading. I was really good at
Yeah.
English, and they wanted to like
Yeah,
bump me up.
yeah, you're different.
But anyway, they wanted to bump me. Like I love writing short stories. I just love like from elementary to middle school actually. I just love writing stories. I loved English, loved reading. And in elementary, they wanted to bump me up from third grade to like fifth grade. They wanted me to skip a grade. Well, mom said no, cause that math ain't mathing, and she not
Amen.
she.
Amen.
I would have been lost. Like, oh, she's good at reading, but she's not very good at math. But like I was glad my mom did that because I had no business trying to skip a grade, even though they felt like I was like excelling in one area of school.
Yeah.
But like when I got to high school, like all that I just stopped caring about school for some reason. And not to say I like what I enjoyed about school is going to like play sports and going to talk to other people. Like that's what I liked.
Yeah, who did it? That's
And, like that's in with school. Like I just feel like I don't know. I don't know. I feel like maybe the teach. No, I'm not gonna say the teachers too
no.
funny, but I'm saying it just got to a point like when I got to high school, like school just shifted for me, like where it wasn't fun anymore, and where I just felt like I only come here to do the stuff that I like,
Well, I feel like here in America,
not the professional boys today.
here in America, we just do things a little bit differently. Like you got to think about it. By the time we get to once you get out of middle school, you get into high school. And in some countries, I heard like they start doing like school work or work to their profession. And we're just, still just doing some of the main courses. Like I know I used to not like in class, you might have one kid who's just, might be, just acting up. So the teacher always got to deal with that or just
Hmm.
like different things like that. I know like could be hard as well. But like once you get to high school, like is becomes a business because like your GPA matters from the your first class in high school all the way to your last class in high school because of your GPA, and your GPA is going to determine like what college you can get into. um and yes, you might have to do testing and stuff like that, but if you have a good GPA, you can go to this school, and if you go to this school, then you can get this job. So we don't even realize it, but life is starting to hit you like then, because a lot of people put so much emphasis on like GPAs, so you can make
Yeah,
sure like
that you
this is
get
about,
into a good
yeah,
college
because
and
this
all
is
that,
about to
and
like set you up for life. And
yeah,
like now that like I'm kind of starting to get through life, a lot of the people that I have met that are, and I'm not saying there's people, I know some people who went through full school and different things like that and are successful in life. I'm not saying that. But a lot of business people, like in my field, is like, oh, I just started my business, or I just learned business, or I dropped out of school freshman year or sophomore year. Like it was because of sports, what I'm saying? I would say that really
kept
kept
you in school.
kept me in
And
college.
mama, she was not about to let you drop out of school to start a business
I don't know.
in high school, babe.
No, not high school. I'm talking about college.
Oh, okay.
We talking about college. I wouldn't drop out
Okay.
of high
I'm
school.
still in high
Like
school.
no, like high school. I feel like everybody should graduate high school
At least
because
get your diploma.
yeah, because you wanna at least have a basis of education. But then like I feel like it's pros and cons to college. First off, the biggest con is I think college is the second biggest scam in the world. No, which one? Taxes and then college. It's one other one that's up there in my top three. So, but college is up there, and not in a because college is not a scam for everybody. Because some people, I feel
Right.
like certain jobs,
You need to go to college.
yes, certain jobs you do need to go to college, and you need a lot of practice before you get into your field. You need to know certain things. Um, but then on the other hand, I know a lot of people who are in a lot of debt and they never even get to use their degree. It's just like you're basically like, why are we starting off life in debt? Like, and you know what's crazy? Wow. Wow. Just think about that, right? Debt to be honest, is bad, right? So we're starting off at the bottom of the stairs. Well, we below the bottom of the stairs. We on the ladder to get to the stairs to start climbing. That's how low we is. Because if you're starting out in debt, you're not even starting at base zero.
Mm.
So you're not even starting being able to walk up the stairs. You got to get to the main level just to walk up the stairs. You in the basement right now, right? So now look about this, right? Look at life. We're born into sin.
I'm not laughing at you.
I'm
Like,
just saying because we're not even born with not sin yet, but we're born into sin because of decisions that people before us made. So now we're born into sin. Then we have to choose. We got to choose God. Now you got to choose a degree to go get. You can choose the right degree or the wrong degree.
mm,
But I do think that college, you know what? Y'all got a good one on me because but it's not always a scam because like for example, would you pay $30,000 to meet your wife?
cause
I'll pay that, you know.
that's funny that you said. Cause I was just gonna bring that up. How if I would have known, look, when I say I would have known, if I would have known, I would have been stay-at-home wife and mom. I probably would have finished. That sounds so bad, but I'm not gonna say I probably wouldn't have finished college, but maybe I would have chose a different degree or
Yeah.
something because or maybe I would have even went to a different school after we left Kansas
Yeah.
because that's so I gotta was able to I met my husband at Bethel College in Kansas and we was there for both only a year even though
I was there for 2.
well he was there for 2, yeah, but I'm saying when I met
Yeah.
him we literally stayed for that 1 year and then left. And I personally feel like because I say, oh, if I would have like I mean I have all this debt or whatever. But anyway, I feel like the Lord brought me there to college to solely meet my husband. But if I would have known after that, I just would have went to like I don't know U of H or something somewhere up the road.
Yeah.
Like, but I wanted to. I think with me, I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't have finished college because with me, I still really wanted to be an athlete
Yeah.
and run and
Well,
I still want to like I'm not gonna say I still want to be an athlete, but I still love running. Like it's still
wow.
specifically sprinting. Let me clarify that. I love sprinting, but I wanted to still run because I think I tried the big college in San Angelo because they was like, oh, they have a good PT physical therapy program, and I was like, well, they have a pre physical therapy program, so if I get into that, then I can get into PT school, which they already have there. So it just all sounded good, and I was like, yeah. Then I went, and I was like, yeah, this not it. Like, I just feel like a little fish in this big. I don't want to say pond, even though it's a smaller
Yeah.
big school, but I just didn't. It just didn't feel like I was supposed to be there, and I feel like I just made like a quick decision, and then that's when I found the other school that I ended up attending and graduating from, which was in San Antonio,
Yeah.
and I felt like and I ended up getting the Well, I wasn't gonna go unless the track coach was like, "Oh yeah, we got a scholarship for you."
Yeah.
And shout out to Coach Terry. He's not a coach no more, but he he was a good coach. But anyway, he gave me a scholarship. He only saw my times and never like even saw me run. So that was nobody but God. I feel like the Lord was also trying to pull me from where I was at because I was 6 hours away from Houston. San Angelo was that far? No, it
Yeah.
was like 8.
No, you was only
No, it was 6. It was
6.
6. It was 6. But that's still. But anyway, but then the move to San Antonio, I'm right up the road. And then Cortez ended up going to another school because you went to one. It's funny because we both. I think we told the story already on our podcast, but we both went. So we met each
Research.
other at Kansas. We both went to another school. Only stayed for one semester because we was like, "What is this?" But like he ended up going to Arkansas, and like I said, I was in San Angelo, and then we both stayed there for one semester at our schools, and then went to the other schools that we ended up graduating from, and we were ended up in the same conference. So we were in the same athletic conference, and so that was crazy how that worked out too. I mean,
Yeah.
we still barely saw each other because of one, especially Cortez basketball season. It looked a little different from track, but they traveled and he was just always like busy
Yeah.
at with school, and then he was also a RA, so really couldn't.
Hey,
He really couldn't. He
I
really
do it
couldn't.
all. I'm here. Well, I was just trying to get that free housing
I hear
now.
that. That's look. That if I would have. But what's funny is I used to be so. I'm not gonna say I used to be annoyed by the RAs because they was just doing their job, but like just them going around doing their routine
Yeah.
checks. I'm like, y'all go to y'all rooms, but it's there. They was just doing their
They were
job.
just
But I know
doing.
you was a cool RA, but you still didn't break no rules.
Hey, cool RA.
But you didn't break no
I
rules.
was
You was
like,
like, hey, we cool, but you gotta go ahead to your side of the other side of the dorm, bro, because y'all was like separated. Oh,
yeah,
but it
yeah,
was a girl's RA, a
yeah,
girl RA, and there was a boy RA.
yeah. But we still had to go do checks.
Checks to
Yeah.
see, make sure no girls. But anyway, yeah.
Nah, I was cool, chill RA. Listen, I was like the cool, chill RA where the students used to want to come down there and chill with me. Like,
Oh, you was that RA.
yeah, they come down there and chill with me while I'm on duty.
But
We
you know what's funny? Oh,
we
this.
watched it. We watching the game. We might
Oh yeah, because you would be in that little living room
yeah.
area.
We might be. I used to have push up challenges with like some of the guys. Like we just having a good time. I even had Bible study in there a couple times.
Come on. Well, see, I didn't get a chance to know any of my RAs like that because it was just a different type of like with the other ones. They were like the RAs at the school I ended up graduating from. I feel like we kind of just talking now, but the school that I ended up graduating from, they the RAs kind of like just clicked up together. Like the
Yeah,
RAs hung out with the RAs, and
yeah,
they didn't really they just did their job. Not saying I'm sure that some others do it like that. And then the one at Harry Hall in Kansas, she was always with her boyfriend, and so I
wow, you
barely.
just putting people's business
uh,
out there. Wow.
well, I'm not saying she was
I was
in
just
the
messing.
room with him, but like she would come
Yeah,
out and like she would be in the hall. I'll see her, and
yeah,
then she might do her like she'll do her routine checkups,
yeah,
obviously, but most of the time she wasn't even in her room. And then she
yeah.
was an athlete too, so that added another layer. But no, but yeah, Cortez was always busy. I was busy with school and track and all that. And so even though we were like close to each other, well no, I'm not gonna say we was close because you was in New Mexico.
Mm,
But when you were like when we were home,
yeah,
or like when you, because you graduated before me, so I was able to drive there from time to time. Then that's when you started like trying to get the business up and stuff. But
yeah.
yeah, no, it just all worked out. To God be the glory. Even though sometimes I'd be like, Lord, this debt, and I try not to worry about it. Like, what am I gonna do about it? 'Cause I know the Lord is gonna make a way. I was, can I say his name?
Say that.
Oh,
Oh.
but I just like Biden really just got people hopes up. Hey, you funny. Don't look. Biden really got my hopes up because I got the email and everything. Like, congratulations, you've been approved for loan forgiveness. I'm like, oh, praise God.
Praise
And
God.
then they come to find out they in court battling to keep the. I don't even know how true that was, but regardless of the fact, I didn't get the loan forgiveness, but God's still gonna make a way because I love you, Mama. If you ever watch this, my mom, she was the person that told me like just accept all the loans because we don't got it. Not say we don't got it, but like use. She would be like, use what they give you, and then you'll pay them back later. And I'm like, okay. And so I did that, but it all adds up, especially when you go to an out of state school. Like, babe, why are you making a big deal about it? My mom literally says that.
Yeah,
She'll testify to it.
I believe.
But it was, I mean, it kept me in school, so
Yeah.
because I almost got kicked out of Kansas a few times. Yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah, I really am rambling now, but I remember when I got mad at them because I was working on campus.
And they held her check.
They held my check. I said I need that check. And y'all hold it.
And they like,
They're like, yeah, you owe us money. But I'm like, my mom had my back. My mom was 10 toes down about me. She said, y'all can't do that without her approval. Y'all can't do that without her approval. And I was like, yeah, I need that money. And it's like, well, we need our money. So yeah, but God came through for me a few times, like even through other people, like my grandma's employer, like just blessed me to be able to stay in school. My grandfather, like everybody just pitched in so much, and so it was all God keeping me there because I was out the door a few times.
Yeah.
And I even know of people that couldn't finish couldn't finish school
Yeah.
because of how expensive Kansas was. And they didn't waive out of state fees or anything, but um I know I was only there for a season. That was an expensive season.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but why did you get up like that, babe? When I said
I don't know. I don't know.
you feel like I be saying too much.
No, you good, man. I'm sure you good.
You the way you set up and everything. But no, yeah, I'm done rambling.
Yeah, I'm just messing.
Whatever.
No, but we just want to thank you guys so much for you guys' continuous support of watching the Two Became One podcast with Mrs. Williams and myself. Um,
Oh, and should we tell them?
no,
Okay.
cause you didn't, girl, no, not.
Okay. Okay.
But we hope that you guys enjoy season two. Keep tapping into the videos. Um, please make sure you guys like the videos as well. They help us, to continue to grow to get to a bigger audience. And also, if you guys have any questions or any topics that you want us to discuss, drop them in the comments now. And you just never know. We might pick your comment and have a discussion about it. Here at the Two Became One podcast, we are open, loving family, and we love you guys. And we
Yep.
hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And we hope to see you guys soon.